everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is Wellness Wednesday. I'm Stephanie Schmidt, and I am kind of the face behind the Essential Life LLC. Sometimes you may see some other faces or hear from others. Hopefully we'll be able to get some of our other wonderful family members on to share their oil experiences with us. But for now, you get to see me. So I was a little down today, so I kind of was going to talk about inflammation because it's something I've been dealing with, but also because there's something awesome about the fact that we're going to talk about that, and there's 2 products that you could get free this month to help support your body. If you deal with some inflammation, it might help support your body with that. This is all things that I've done and I've looked into for myself, and hopefully they'll be helpful for you. But I was going to say today I used Adaptive more than I have lately because I woke up this morning really blue, and I'm like, it's not even winter. And I know it's because Wally is gone, and it's kind of starting to hit me because it's been a week since I've actually heard anything from him. I haven't heard his voice in over a week, so it's a little weird, if you can imagine that. But Adaptive really helped kind of get me going this morning and get me to do the things I needed to do. So I'm just running a little behind today because I relished in the cozy bed and just allowed myself to be in the moment of feeling the grief, but also dealing with it and not trying to suppress it and move it. And that could be a tip for you guys, is to really not hold on to those feelings or anxiety or things like that, but be aware of them and let them go. That's something I've had to learn, and I thought was just really weird when people would say that, but it is true. We need to be aware. We're so used to being go, running around that does not help. And it still does apply to talking about inflammation, because if we are chronically just pushing things to the side, it can cause a lot of other things to happen, a lot of other symptoms or systems to start having some either chronic issues. So it's a part of just being well and having kind of that holistic mindset of making sure you're taking care of you and having those times to have downtime so you're not go. So it's also important for you to be aware of the emotions. I have learned very, very quickly through my injury, and even before that I started kind of diving into how oils help support emotions, because it's oils, when you smell them, directly affect the brain, all that good stuff, and how it can bring up emotions. So I was looking into that, but I was also realizing that with my brain injury, there were a lot of emotions, and I had to be aware of them, and that's what I was always told to do. And so it's kind of been teaching me to still be aware of the emotions I have right now, and I'm dealing with, and to actually deal with them instead of suppressing them, because I am good at doing that. If there's anyone else that's good at suppressing those emotions, let me know. But that is what I want to share with you, because at times that usually relates to me having some digestive discomfort. It relates to me feeling more down or blue, or having some inflammation flare-ups here or there. Lots of different things. So that's what I noticed for my body, and that's why I noticed that I need to be sure to be aware of that. Alrighty. So what I use to help support any inflammation, a lot of times that could be because maybe I injured myself and you get things that are raised and sore. Otherwise, I do have sometimes I get bouts of inflammation because I eat something I shouldn't have. And these are things that help me. When I travel, I try to do these things because I'm more prone to having that's your inflammatory response sometimes kicking in, and that's a good thing. You want to have that at times because that's telling you something's going on. Hey, we need to get things moving, that sort of thing. So these are some things that work for me, things I'm really excited we have, because they're going to be super helpful for you. And some of them, one of them's new, at least on this. So you ready? Here we go. The first thing I want to talk about is the turmeric capsules. So I've been showing you guys, these are amazing. This is why so many people are so excited about these capsules being released this year, is they have the oil, So if you look at the top here, and then down here is the curcuminoids, the curcumin, which is actually great in supporting your healthy inflammatory response, great for supporting your immune system, just all body processes. Turmeric is a really good one. There's a lot of research out there, a lot of people saying amazing things about turmeric. But what makes this so unique and doTERRA different is because you've got a dual chamber capsule. No one else makes this, okay? The reason they did this was so that the oil, we know the oil itself, you actually get more, it gets released pretty much right away in the stomach. And so you're gonna get more benefit from the oil is what they kept telling us. So when they came out with this, we're like, oh, because it is so concentrated, right? We've talked about it being so concentrated, the oils, that you're going to absorb a little bit more, a lot more, not a little bit. You're going to absorb more in the right area. And then the second chamber is going to be allowed to go further down into the intestines and be opened and released where it needs to be released, because that's where that needs to be absorbed. And so that allows it to get where it needs to, and it's not all just sitting in your stomach. So that way you actually get all the benefits of this capsule. A lot of times when you get just the turmeric capsule, they'll say take this much, or you can take all this, and it's not always true. Too much of a good thing can be a problem. So on the bottle there are instructions. I typically take 1, sometimes 2 a day. This does say take 2 capsules per day as needed. Like I said, I'll take 1. I usually take it with food, so I'm going to take 1 with dinner here in a little bit. So I might take it at night. Typically for me, sometimes my stomach's not quite awake. Sometimes I'll do it at lunch and night. But if you're one that has a really strong stomach, you might be fine in the morning. I know a lot of people who usually takes it with breakfast in the morning, and they take it at night as well. So that's just a good all-around capsule to have and take on a daily basis to help your body in general and be a good foundation for natural wellness and help with a healthy inflammatory response. All right, the next thing is the copaiba capsules. So these are free this month if you do 200 PV order this month, if you do multiple. So if you did like 200 earlier in the month and you do another 200, you could get these 2 free. So you've got the copaiba oil and you've got the copaiba soft gels. I took a couple of these, ladies. For me, I was dealing with some cramping there, and this morning I took like 2 of these right away in the morning when it hit, and I feel pretty good today. I think I took another one around lunchtime just as a precaution. Normally I would do a couple drops of copaiba under the tongue right away in the morning, but it was about 4:30 in the morning and I didn't feel like trying to open the bottle and make sure I got 2 drops in my mouth, so I took 2 of these because they're by the bed. I tend to take 1 at night before I go to sleep, or I do 2 drops of this under my tongue at night. So this is, again, something to use every single day to support your body in general. And it's going to also work with the turmeric capsules and any of the oils that I'm going to talk about for helping support a healthy inflammatory response, and also helping support if you're having some inflammation issues arise. Those are things that I've noticed, for me at least. And if you guys have different oils from what I'm going to share with you, please share with me if you have other things you do, because everyone is different and things can work differently for everyone. You're going to hear that, and that's why there's going to be different ideas and varieties. So if you don't have that oil, or maybe you've tried the ones I've mentioned and you haven't tried, say, wintergreen, that's something you can do. All right, so that's the other thing I do on a daily basis besides the turmeric. And I notice a difference. If I don't, I will tell you guys, I notice. All right, so copaiba. This is one that you can apply on your areas of concern that you might have, that you're needing to use the oil. I usually use it in conjunction with other oils when I'm putting it on topically, because copaiba is an enhancer. So if I'm working with these oils that I'm going to mention next to help support my body with inflammation going on, I will always add my copaiba in, and I typically always add in frankincense, the king of oils. So frankincense is another one that's great for all purpose, all uses. It's another kind of staple. You know how you take your normal vitamins and supplements and nutrients that way? Turmeric, copaiba, and frankincense. Those are like your foundation oils, your foundation like supplements if you're looking for a good regimen to get into. They're going to help with a lot of different things. So you'll hear that over time. But frankincense is another one that is great with copaiba. It is one great for skin, so is copaiba. So it's going to help if your skin is, not so happy. It's going to help kind of calm and soothe those things down. It's going to relax. Copaiba is a relaxing oil. They're both from resin, copaiba and frankincense. So they're from trees and the resin of the trees. And then we talked about the turmeric capsules. We have the turmeric oil you could rub on topically. So any of these oils I'm mentioning, I'll tell you kind of what you can do with it, okay? Then we have wintergreen, which is going to be more of that cooling effect because it's going to kind of, to me it's kind of like got that minty, cool peppermint when you put that on, cooling effect. I usually pair wintergreen with copaiba and deep blue if I'm putting them on topically. These two you cannot take, so deep blue and wintergreen you cannot take internally. Copaiba, frankincense, turmeric you can. These two you cannot. So deep blue is also known as our soothing blend. This is my all over good blend for if you're just feeling those aches and sore, if you're feeling some of that inflammation going on, because it's got blue tansy, it's got great oils in here, peppermint. It does have wintergreen, but I like to add a little kick. I like to add more wintergreen to it and massage it into the desired areas that I need it. Another one is wild orange. Why would we add wild orange? Wild orange is citrus, so it's going to help kind of get things moving and it's going to cleanse. So sometimes with inflammation, especially if it's been chronic or a long time, you need things kind of moving and you need to you don't want things building up because that's where you can get some toxin and you can get things just sitting there, and you want things to move and you want things to cleanse and you want to make sure everything is happy. So it also is just very wonderful to smell. It's very uplifting. But if you're using wild orange topically and you go out in the sun or you're going to suntan, hopefully you aren't suntanning, but if you are going out in the sun, since it is a citrus, please keep in mind, don't use it if you're going to be in the sun. Make sure it's on an area that's not going to be exposed to the sun for purposes of photosensitivity, okay? We can talk about that in another video. All right, something else I like to add in for any of this, if I'm applying topically or taking internally, is called DDR Prime, which is our cellular complex. It's a combination of oils that have frankincense, wild orange, I believe, lemongrass. So lemongrass is another one I use for some healthy inflammatory support. But DDR is just another good all-purpose oil to take daily, and I put it in roller balls just to kind of add that effect to support the body. Because it's a cellular complex, it's going to go, all the oils help on a cellular level, but it's designed specifically to go deeper. All right, so with any of these oils, you can use, again, DDR, copaiba, frankincense, turmeric, wild orange internally. You cannot use deep blue or wintergreen internally. So internally, if you're going to use them internally, ingest 2 to 4 drops 2 times a day. So you would only need, because I believe a soft gel has 2 drops in it. So you would need like 1 of these in the morning, 1 at night. And then turmeric, you would need like 1 in the morning, 1 at night, like it says. All right. Then if you're using on yourself topically, you can make a roller ball and you could do like 5 of each. If you have a 10 ml, so a larger roller ball, I typically do 20 to 30 drops total. No, 20 to 40, depending on If you are more sensitive and you want it more diluted, go towards the 20. So you could do 5 of so many oils. I would pick up to 5 each from what I mentioned. Otherwise, I just take some fractionated coconut oil and I do 2 to 4 drops of my oils. So deep blue or wintergreen, if I want some of that soothing and I want it now, I'll do that with some copaiba, 2 drops of each, put it on, rub it in my hands with some fractionated coconut oil and rub it on those areas. So let's see, I had another book that I was trying to remember if it had something a little bit different for you guys that I was not aware of. Oh, Melaleuca was one of them. Because a lot of times our skin is where we might notice some inflammation going on. Maybe we got an owie on our skin, a cut or something, and things may raise up. I would use Melaleuca and lavender in that case to help kind of soothe and calm and support my skin that way. So that was the other one that was like, oh, I didn't think of Melaleuca, but that would be one you could use as well. So like I said, I didn't pull out lemongrass would be another one, and you can take that one internally. But those are the oils I wanted to share with you guys today, and share with me what you like to use to support your body for healthy inflammatory response. And if you do deal with some inflammation, what are some oils that you use to help support your body with that to get things moving? I want to hear and I want to know. Hopefully this gives you some good tips, and thanks for joining, watching. If you watch the replay, say #replay, and I will look forward to seeing you guys again. Should be tomorrow. I have a little bit later night tonight because I am helping set up for something. So I will hopefully be on by noon tomorrow for LRP Love. We will see. Otherwise, it'll be Friday afternoon, okay? So Thursday or Friday afternoon, I'm hoping tomorrow because I leave Friday for a retreat, a women's retreat, which will be awesome. All right, share with me some of the oils you use, and then also share one of your oils or doTERRA products that is your go-to daily part of your daily routine. Oh, I forgot to mention LOV. That is the other thing to use, because with the oils, they're going to work really well together. They're designed to work together and support that. And then make sure you're getting enough sleep. That would be the other big thing I noticed, is dealing with my emotions when they come up, but also making sure I get the sleep and the rest that I need so that my body can rejuvenate and refresh like it's supposed to. And then hopefully that'll help kind of keep things healthy and normal, because I want to live longer and feel well and healthy and be able to do what I'm meant to do and help all of you. So I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining. Bye, everyone.